Matt Reum was on his way home to South Bend after a long day of work, and so fate had other plans.
I thought I saw a deer, and so I swerved to miss the deer, and when I swerved, I went past the shoulder, went to go get back on the highway, and hit the guardrail.
His truck rolled into a ravine where it became trapped for 6 long days.
I was under a bridge, so nobody could see me. If you were on the highway looking down, from right where I was, you'd barely be able to see me. So the place where I was at was pretty bad.
His cell phone was in poor condition, practically smashed. All he could do was try to yell, which no one could hear him over the traffic. Making matters worse, his right hand and ankle were broken, while his left leg was trapped. While he couldn't see, he knew it was likely to be gone.
If push came to shove, I would have no problem amputating my own legs to get out of that situation.
He knew if he wanted to make it out alive, it was up to him to free himself.
I was just ripping different pieces of my truck out. So pieces that had broken the wreck, I was just ripping all those out, throwing them outside my truck. I think in that instance, littering was okay.
What was going through your head during the whole process? Like, how'd you feel emotionally?
So there were up and downs, as I think anybody would have in a situation like that. There were days when I was pretty confident about things that I was able to achieve and things that I was able to do while I was in that scenario. And then there were days when, you just kind of feel crushed.
Matt wrote out requests in case of his death and a goodbye letter to his best friend. Fortunately, it wasn't too much longer until he was found.
But I went to check and see who it was, who this person was, and as I touched the person to move him a little bit, it actually started turning around and woke up, and it was Matt.
When Mario and Navarro showed up, my brain's like, okay, I don't really believe this is happening.
We had to pin the phone to see where they were at, because we're in a weird area on 8094, the expressway, on the westbound lane, under the bridge. And they started showing up. Actually, they came from the other side of the expressway, walked in, and walked to us. And every single person for the rest of the night was in shock.
Jesus, how long has he been there? They said 6 or 7 days. Oh my God.
Yeah, but nobody would have seen this thing
No.
falling.
We don't go on these types of calls a lot, so a lot of people have referred to this as a once-in-a-lifetime call that we'll go on.
When I started hearing the sirens actually stopping for me for once, my brain's still telling me, okay, they just went around the bend and I can't hear them anymore.
Surrounding the circumstances make it a little bit different than a lot of other calls. The fact that he was, trapped for 6 days and still alive, we don't see that a lot. That's certainly special.
1, 2, 3.
After the accident, it seemed so many things happened at once. He had to be life-flighted to Memorial Hospital in South Bend. When he arrived, the doctors made the decision to amputate his leg. Shortly after, he was reunited with his best friend. He stayed in recovery for 3 weeks. Media all over the world wanted to cover his unusual, harrowing stories.
It was really important for Matt to regain a sense of control over his life after everything that happened. And so he did that in a couple of ways. He started his own website. He has exploded on social media. He's looking into doing a lot of different public speaking events now. He's actually been on a couple different talk shows. And most importantly, along with my help, he is writing his own book, which is called Still Standing: The 7 Miracles of Matthew Reum.
What's really going to matter at the end of the day is how did I help people? And that's what I want to be remembered for, is how many people can I help? Because, I can go around saying nice things all day, but if it's not actually making a difference, then what's the point?
For SBS-TV, I'm Alex Love.